Welcome everybody to the 17th episode of the Get Geeked podcast. We are back another week, and I have Alex with me. Boom. And no, even though you're pointing out your name is not showing on the screen. I've blocked
Damn.
it. You thought you had something, huh? Yeah, I caught that. I keep track of the vid, dude.
Had I not pointed it out, it would have been something.
Yeah, let's start this off with a bunch of news. One of the big things is Harry Potter Unite, or Harry Potter Wizard Worlds Unite, has been released, not worldwide, but Americas and Australia. And I guess, Alex, you've played it. I heard that it's boring.
So, yeah, it's not the greatest. It's just like Pokemon Go, essentially, where you have to go around and 5 different things and do, I guess, wand movements to try and capture them.
Yeah,
to keep them from getting out into the real world. But I mean, unlike Pokemon, there's no drive to find that new Pokemon to get that new thing that you're going to keep. With this, it's more just a collectors and kleptomaniacs worst nightmare.
Kleptomaniac?
Because you feel like you want to take everything, but then you're just like, there's no effort into it, and there's no what's the word, you get nothing out of it, like Pokemon, where you can keep that Pokemon and you can train it and you can give it a name and you can do all this. I'm not gonna go all the way down the street to get a picture of Hagrid.
And
it's not gonna happen.
I've watched some of the gameplay too, man. I feel like the graphics is not as good as Pokemon
it's
Go.
Not there. It's really not there.
Like all the
like a rush.
Yeah, all the monsters and stuff look 2D. I'm like, come on. You know, you think something with a backing of Harry Potter would get better, at least better graphics.
I mean, the one cool thing about it is you can do your Pottermore wand from the website, if you ever did that, and actually make a customized wand to the exact specifications as you're supposed to have. And also you can customize the pictures and make it moving. You can actually have like a virtual Harry Potter outfit tracked onto you. Other than that, it's just a glorified picture taker.
Picture taker?
And
oh no.
Sticker saver. That's about it.
So it's like
nothing else.
It's a sticker collector and picture saver.
Yep.
All right. There you guys go. Harry Potter Wizard Worlds Unite. I guess it's kind of a little bit of a dud. But I mean, if you are into the Harry Potter world, I mean, you might still kind of like it a little bit. So give it a try if you want.
Yeah, like it's still a sticker collector with a little other things. So
yeah,
it's a cool thing just to do.
It gives you stuff to do within the Harry Potter world. You know, go sticker collect at the actual world in Universal. That might be a little fun. I don't know. Second bit of news, which is just kind of just for me. Last night I caught AEW's Fyter Fest, and let me tell you guys, they are putting on a high action, nonstop, freaking amazing show. And this was a free pay-per-view, which was like free live streaming, so everyone could have seen it. And to me, when I was watching, I was like, dude, this could have been a paid pay-per-view, and it would have been awesome. And just to give you a little bit, and they kind of played into two of my heartstrings, because one is wrestling, which I kind of I'm into, and the other one is video games, because the final match was the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega versus the Lucha Brothers and a new guy, which I forget his name. But here's the kicker. Freaking the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Well, the Young Bucks came out as Ken and Ryu, dressed up as Ken and Ryu, and then Kenny Omega came out as Akuma. And I was like, this is the only place you will ever see that ever happen, because they would never do that in WWE. And I just want to give props to them for that. And I just want to say, WWE, you have competition coming your way. And yeah, be scared. Be scared. And not just that, but because Kenny Omega is a video game fan. He's a big gamer, and he puts that out there. Yeah, he's been to like E3. He's been to all the E3s and stuff like that. So, a big shout out to
That's
Kenny
pretty
Omega.
cool. It really sounds like something not many other people would do. That sounds
No,
pretty hype.
especially in wrestling, because not a lot of wrestlers are into video games. I mean, they're starting to become. Like I guess there's that channel Up Up Down Down, which is run by the one of the New Day members on WWE. But other than that, it's Kenny Omega and the New Day. That's about it. But yeah, it's pretty dope. I liked it. It was awesome. And like the hardcore matches and stuff on there was just like you would never see that. You never see WWE do this type of stuff, and they were just pulling stuff out of pulling tricks out of the hat. That was just crazy. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say they were pulling. I thought you were gonna say they were pulling stuff out of their ass, but
yeah, that too.
You could go one of two ways.
Okay, next bit of news. I don't know if you heard this, but it's a rumor that everyone's just running with, but it's just something that the guy said. Jason Momoa was quoted on an interview saying that he would love to play Wolverine, and he just said that. It's not like he's actually going for it, or if Marvel is actually courting him for it, but he only said that. But the rumor mill's just running high with it, like, oh, Jason Momoa is trying to leave DC and join the MCU, and I'm just like, nah, the dude just said it. He just said that he would love to play Wolverine.
I am sure if they gave that question to a lot of other people, they would say yes.
Yeah,
it's not the fact that he's gonna; it's the fact that
he wants to,
or he would
he would want to if the
opportunity
ever, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's that. Yeah, it's just a quote. He just said it. Nothing really to hold on to. And plus, he's already had success with Aquaman. So, and here's a tidbit. When I was in the hospital last week, I didn't know that they had free movies. So one of the movies I watched was Aquaman. Quick review: good visuals, storyline. Wow, so bad.
I mean, that's the thing, dude. It's like the Magic Mike of DC. You don't go there for the story. You go for Jason Momoa and the visuals.
Yeah, all the girls out there who would love that movie, and well, I mean, even the guys too, because like some of the girls on there are pretty hot. But like, and like the underwater scenes are just like out of this world. So like production team and directing, amazing. But whoever wrote that movie, wow. They need to go back to school or something, because oh my god!
Like, I can guarantee you're not going to get a lot of girls to go and watch a Marvel movie for Namor.
Well, you never know. You know, it depends on who you cast as Namor. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's just if you have a decent body, I don't think you could pull off that hair that they gave him in the comics. There's something about it. I just don't think it would fly in a movie.
Well, yeah, and also because in the comics though, he kind of had like a 5 head, so I don't know they would. I don't know they would do that, you know.
And he also had a green spandex and some elf shoes. So
you know they're gonna update that, because I mean look at Aquaman. You know they updated it for Jason Momoa. You know he's not wearing. Well, he did wear yellow and red.
Yeah,
I'll give him that, and he did make it actually look pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
well, we'll see though, because I actually heard that they were gonna bring in Namor.
Yeah, well, that's the rumor. The thing is, Namor. I don't think they're ever gonna give Namor his own movie, only because he has the same situation as the Hulk. Universal somehow owns the rights to the Hulk and Namor. So the only way that MCU could use them is in somebody else's movie. That's why the Hulk has always been in like an Avengers movie, is because it's not his own movie, it's someone else's movie, but they could use his character in a different movie. They just can't do their own solo movie. So I would be surprised if we don't see Namor soon in like Black Panther 2 maybe, or like maybe when the MCU reboots the Fantastic Four, maybe he shows up in Fantastic Four, which would be awesome. But I feel like it'd be best if they introduce him in Black Panther, so that way he could, cross over to Fantastic Four. I don't know, somehow. But that'd be dope.
True.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what though, the MCU has a good track record of casting people who are legitly almost like the character in the comics. So, I mean, it should be dope. Whoever they cast. Sticking with superhero stuff. Next news. Rumors is because WB, who also owns DC and the DC cinematic universe, has they are interested in hiring J.J. Abrams to kind of run their superhero world, which I think would be dope because I'm not a huge fan, but I'm a fan of J.J. Abrams. I mean, he did good with Star Trek, he did good with Star Wars, and I mean, the guy hasn't failed me yet. So, and also his doesn't he run Bad Robot? I think I want to say he does, but I'm pretty sure he does. Might. Yeah,
but so it can go one of two ways actually, because I get that he's done very well with all the things he's done recently, and that's a great thing, but that's because they were all trying to go for that epic-y, more lengthy, drawn-out kind of vibe. Yeah. So that would be cool. I just hope that it doesn't get to the point where they're all just kind of leeching the same aspects. So, like, eventually, over time, when somebody takes the time to be like, I'm going to watch all of them, and then you're just like, those were all kind of the same movie.
Well, here's the thing, though. I feel like the DC universe kind of needs that a little bit, you know. I don't know, because a lot of their movies are just so like radically different. I don't know. But
oh man,
I mean, it'd be exciting. It'd be exciting to see if he does join the DC team. But it's a rumor. It's a rumor, and it's just a It's just in talks. It's not like down on paper yet, so we don't have to worry about that.
My real question is, do they have enough money to shell out for someone like him?
Well, you know what though, he's not as expensive. Like, yeah, he's worked with Disney and he has Bad Robot, but that's the thing. He has all those projects to where he's already making money. So, like, they could pick him up for like not they don't I don't think he'd be that expensive.
Well, I mean, if they do, it might be the refresher that they need right now.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I mean, they need somebody to bring everything together, because that's the thing I feel like the DC universe is lacking, is like a Kevin Feige. Because Kevin Feige for MCU has been like running, like he's been running it. The dude's been putting down work and doing everything correct. Speaking of MCU, an MCU character is Ant-Man, and who plays Ant-Man? Paul Rudd. And what is Paul Rudd just joined? He has joined the Ghostbuster world. He has signed on to be on the new Ghostbuster. I don't know if it's a reboot. I don't know if it's a sequel, but he has signed up with Ghostbuster. Have you heard this?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I actually have not.
I like it because Paul Rudd is funny, and that's what Ghostbuster. The first few Ghostbuster was kind of like a cartoony, funny, monster movie. So I feel like he would fit in so perfectly.
Yeah, because back then it kind of gave you the whole Caddyshack, but for nerds kind of feel.
Yeah. Or like a ghost hunting type of field. Caddyshack for ghost hunting.
So it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, I mean, the last one was okay, but there was a lot more drawn out, dry humor.
Well, see, the thing is, the last one, and you're talking about the remake with the girls, right?
Yeah.
That it just didn't make sense, and that goes back to writing. Because here's the thing, they said that it had nothing to do with the ones before, but they called back to it. So if you call back to it, it does kind of have something to do with the ones before, but they're saying it's not, and the story didn't make sense, and some of the stuff that they did was just like, I don't know, it was kind of, it didn't hit. But I put that on the writing team. I don't know.
Yeah, it felt like they were trying to draw in the crowd that Ghostbusters already had, when what they should have done was try to
Do a brand new
create
thing.
a new
Yeah.
market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
create
do
a new market for new people to enjoy.
like don't even acknowledge the past. Just do a brand new one. It would have worked better.
Like with this new one with Paul Rudd would probably be better off its own thing with maybe like, hey, one or two jokes that are nods to the past ones, but nothing like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Or they could just go all out and then just make it completely like a spin-off.
yeah,
But
I don't.
that's on them.
And that's the thing, though. Like, I don't like. Not much has come out on it, so I don't know if it's a. Yeah, I don't know if it's a reboot or if it's just a straight up like continuation. I mean, I would dig it either way because I feel like Paul Rudd is a good fit. Now it's just all up to who else is going to be on it. Like, are they bringing any of the old actors in? Because I mean, Bill Murray's still around, you know. Dan Aykroyd's been flying that flagship for ages now. So, and and I think he's part of the production team. So, like, you know, he's there with it. But I don't know if he's going to be on the movie or not. But yeah.
And that one guy, what's his name? Rick Morrison. I mean, it'd be cool if they could get him in for like a nod, but I know he doesn't do that kind of thing anymore after his wife. But if they could, it would be refreshing.
He still
kind of like
he still does the con circuit. So, you know.
So if he could be like, hey, I'll give this one last thing, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be dope if they brought all of them together. Besides the one that passed away. What's his name? See, you don't know it either.
I don't.
But yeah,
really
rest in peace to him. But yeah, he was a major player too, because he didn't just do that movie.
Harold Ramis.
Yeah, Harold Ramis didn't just do that movie. He also became like a writer and director and stuff too. So.
Yeah, but dude, you're only gonna get Dan Aykroyd on there if they have a scene with his Crystal Head vodka.
No, he's all up on it. He's been wanting a sequel like for ages. It's just no one's been wanting to fund it. Like he's been calling for this. Like he put up some of his money too. He's actually part like I said, he's part of the production team, but I don't know what he's gonna be doing. Like if he's gonna be in the movie or if he's just gonna be behind the scenes or whatnot.
Or he's gonna be a bartender in the scene where he's giving shots of his Crystal Skull vodka. Only available on
but
crystalvodka.com.
Yeah, I like.
So I just gotta say real quick, I do know that this last movie was kind of a big thing for them. I wouldn't be against having like one or two of them there kind of as a nod if it is something going on, but like I don't really need the whole cast.
I mean,
I hope it's just cut and dry.
It'd be cool if it was a well, here's the thing: if it's a continuation, it'd be cool just to see them as like retired, you know, ghost hunters and stuff like that. If it's a brand new thing, you're right. We don't need any of them. But you know, it's all up to how they write it, though.
Like imagine them just walking out of a ghost scene and they're all covered in goo, and then all of a sudden
I'm too old for this.
Yeah, or like what was his name? Dan Aykroyd is just like walking across the street and he's just, I'm gonna go the other way. Just something small. That would be cool.
Well, I mean, that was what they did with the last one, though. They did a small, but like I don't know, it didn't work. Like I felt like it felt out of place in the movie. Like it pulled you out of the story.
Yeah, it kind of did. But if we're still gonna stay on movies, I might have something to say about a movie I saw recently.
What's that?
Or you got something else going on after this?
Well, I mean, I have just one more news subject.
All right, then I'll just go after, because I got quite a few things to say about this.
Well, isn't that your topic? Are you talking about your topic or?
Not really. I got like 2 or 3 things to get out.
All right. Well, I mean, if it's not part of your topic, go for it.
Okay. Toy Story 4. just came out recently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Has made
I heard it
money.
was. It has. It really has. I've heard bits and ends about it. I know there's a huge scene on their own getting about why Bo Peep left around the third movie, and they're saying it was kind of like they were switching her out completely for Jessie or something, or Jess, I forget her name. But I heard a lot of things about this movie saying that a lot of people think it's the finale because it seemed like one of those movies where there was a lot of closure. But I gotta say is that's what they were saying about Toy Story 3. So if they came out with another one in a couple years, I honestly wouldn't be too surprised.
Well, here's the thing with Toy Story. Like, it's a money maker. And here's the thing about money makers. It's Disney. And Disney is all about making money. They've cranked out way too many cars. Like, for me to, I didn't even like the first one. And they still, like, what are they, like, Cars 6 or something? I don't know. But as long as it keeps on making money, bank on them making another sequel.
Homie, Air Bud from Disney. They're on like their 20th.
Jesus, I don't. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, I mean, and also because it's like it's an easy cash in. Like it's a beloved story. Like, and here's the other part too. Even if they make more though, get ready for them to actually give you a good story though. You know, it's not just gonna be like a fall flat money grab. It's gonna be a money grab with an actual good story. Because I mean, like, I've heard kind of mixed reviews, but less on the bad side and more on the good side. Because I've heard of people like coming out of that movie crying and stuff like that. And if people are coming out of that movie crying, you know it's gonna be a good story.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's it's a moneymaker for them, just like is Mario is for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, of course, whatever they're gonna put out, they're gonna put their most effort into, because dude, this thing's gonna go up in their, Disneyland, Disney World, every Disney shop, Disney websites, movies, all these things. It's gonna have to shine after the movie, so it's gonna be like their. I don't want to say polished turd because it's already a diamond, but a polished diamond made from a turd. Because if you don't remember, those first movies were good, but I don't think they're as good as a lot of people remember. Because I watched it a while ago, and oh boy, it looked like it was
Well, see, the thing is,
90s Apple animation.
It was good for them at that time, which is the only thing that matters. Because when you watch it as a kid, it was amazing, and that's why people love that franchise, because they grew up with it, you know. And the story was good for a kid, and even adults. A lot of adults who watched the first two Toy Stories, still thought it was a good, movie and good story. And like it was more of the story, which is other movie makers out there, good writing, than the graphics. But they've gotten better because Pixar Pixar is just like knocking them out of the park these days, man. They're just like home run after home run, dude. I don't like name me a Pixar movie that did not make money. You know what I'm saying? That you can't, right? I can't.
Ants.
Was that Pixar?
I think so. Let me see.
And I feel like Ants made money though. Like Ants was big when it came out.
It wasn't big when it came out, but it was like steady. Like it wasn't massive.
Yeah, it made money though.
For a long time.
As long as it made money, I think it's good. Like they're good. But yeah, Pixar, keep it knocking them out of the park. Yeah, Toy Story 4. I mean, I hear it's good. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know for myself. But dude, they're selling the hell out of the Spork freaking figure, and it's just a freaking Spork.
Yeah, dude, I see those everywhere. Like, okay, never mind. It's from DreamWorks.
See, Pixar hasn't done anything bad, dude. I don't think they've made anything that's that lost money at all. They just been doing it. Even when they went independent for a little bit, and then they even went harder once they came back to Disney. And
So yeah, I mean, and you can go. Sorry, I didn't.
No, go
know
ahead.
You were gonna say something.
No, go ahead.
So yeah, it is like it's one of their big things. So as long as it's gonna go on, I don't think it's ever gonna stop. It's like one of their biggest money makers. Even if they make a lot of closure, just like with Lilo and Stitch, they're just gonna come back with another big money maker just because Sporky's on the cover and
Yep.
kids want to go watch it.
Well, I mean, I think as long as they have good writers and they keep on banging out the good stories, I mean, they should be fine. I'm not worried about that. Did you have another movie?
No, it was just that because honestly, there wasn't any other crazy big movies that came out that we watched yet.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, except for the one I was going to talk about as my topic, so
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that.
Well,
till after.
let's stick with movies. And I just added another topic for me because I kind of wanted to talk about it, but since we're on the topics of movies, I kind of do now. Okay, the new Child's Play. Here's my problem with that movie, and a lot of people may think differently with me because they're like, "Oh, it's a reboot, so they're allowed to do it." But
what they did to Child's Play should never be allowed.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem with that movie. Okay, the original story is it's a mass murderer who found voodoo, who used magic voodoo to put his soul in a toy and then to escape the cops and to get back into the real world, he has to take the body of a child. That is the premise of the horror movie. Now, if you're going to reboot it, it should kind of, to me, I feel like they should kind of stay in that realm if it's going to be the same movie. Now, if you're going to change that up to where it's technology AI that went wrong, that's a totally different movie. It should not be Child's Play. That's a totally different freaking movie. Name it something else.
Honestly, I feel like what they should have done is gone with like a robot Jason kind of way with this. Just make it its own thing. Don't even try to connect the two.
Yeah.
Just keep one of the names and then make it its own thing.
I mean, don't even call it Child's Play. Call it like Alexa gone wrong. Or just call it Alexa.
You should have done made a movie based off of like all of a sudden you're like, hey Siri, and then all of a sudden you hear Chucky's laugh, and then made like all your cars start crashing into each other. Like that's something different. It would have been a good movie.
Yeah.
And had you just realized that the only reason it's happening is because of soul in a doll, you're not gonna connect it to the voodoo and the story that was Child's Play.
Yeah, because like I can't even look at the movie as Child's Play because it has nothing to do with it except for using the doll. That's it. The doll is the only connecting factor. Other than
they aren't even using the doll. That thing is an abomination. Like it's a straight up abomination.
Yeah, because other than the doll, it has no connection to Child's Play. Like I think they could have done a better job if they just call it a different freaking movie. Like it's not Child's Play. To me, it's not Child's Play. I mean, I understand other people like, oh yeah, it's a reboot, so they could change up the storyline. But you change it up that much, then it's not that same movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, that's my stance on that. Just wanted to get that out of my chest.
And okay, I'll say this too. Back in the day when I was a kid, I couldn't look at Chucky because he was scary. Like I thought he was gonna pop out of my closet when I was a kid. Nowadays, I can't look at him just because I don't want to see what they did to Chucky.
Oh no! Have you seen the new Chucky? I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen the new Chucky, dude. Yeah,
it looks like a doll from. It looks like one of those dolls from the. What's that? The people who created South Park, they made that like American.
Oh,
Yeah, Team
yeah,
America.
yeah.
It looks like a doll from that.
It looks like if the original Chucky had too much plastic surgery,
Hmm.
which he's already made out of plastic anyways. But yeah,
There you go. They could have called the movie 9021 or something stupid like that. Or
9021. Oh
9021
no!
Oh
Don't kill
no.
me, Alexa. That's
There
basically
we go.
it.
Already a
You
better
know,
movie.
it's just AI gone wrong. It's like, I don't know, dude. They took out the scary factor and they went in on the gory factor. You know what I'm saying? Because the first one was
Hmm.
scary because it dealt with voodoo and black magic and stuff
And
like that.
there wasn't even gore.
No,
There
there
was
was
like,
gore.
yeah, maybe
There was gore.
there was
A lot of the
gore, but
like they drawn out a lot of the murder scenes, which I mean I'll give them credit for that because I do kind of like a lot. I do tend to go more on the gory side of horror movie most of the times, but
mhm.
yeah, dude, it just made me mad with the storyline. Same thing, writing, the writing,
Yep.
storyline
People
was bad.
they're getting less worried about the story than they are just, hey, this is an iconic name, you know?
Yep. I don't know, man. I just felt like it would have done better if it was a different name. If it had a different name, I would have liked the movie a lot better. But because they're trying to pass it off as a Child's Play Chucky movie, yeah, it doesn't fly in my book. I don't know, because I
And
don't
whatever,
see it
like,
that way.
yeah, because like the people who even watched those movies are gonna ask questions like, what happened to the bride? What happened to their son?
Well, it's a reboot, so all that stuff is like
I know.
canceled.
That's why I'm thinking, like, if this is gonna be the whole thing all over again, stick with the main story.
Ooh,
The
excuse me.
whole thing we're talking about, you know? Like,
Hmm.
so it's not even the same movie. That's
It's
like
not.
it's like calling this new Ghostbusters. It is kind of the same thing, but like they're new people.
Yeah,
It's not really the same thing.
but as long as they keep it within the realm of it, like, okay, these are a bunch of people. They're
Hmm.
something bad happens, and now they're hunting ghosts. That's
Hmm.
Ghostbuster. As long as you do that,
Hmm.
that's Ghostbusters. you know. Now, if all of a sudden something bad goes wrong, and now they're hunting dragons, not Ghostbusters. Then it'll be Dragon
I mean,
Busters.
unless the dragon is a ghost.
Yeah, if it's a dead dragon, maybe, but live dragon. you know.
Yeah, so it just stop making mockeries of movies. You guys you guys saw what happened to after like the 12th Jason movie. You guys know what happens.
Just stop making too many sequels. Quit it at
Of
3.
everything.
Trilogies
Seriously.
are good enough. Just do 3, and then
And maybe
finish it at
even a
3.
prequel or two, but even those will be hated. But
Hmm.
you know, just
Yeah. Okay.
stop.
Let's move on from that. The last bit of news that I want to talk about goes back to everything the one thing that we talk about constantly on this show. Pokemon
Hating everything.
Go. I just wanted to throw a bit of this out there. New event right now. It's the Alolan. All the Alolan stuff that's on there can be shiny. The event started kind of weak because when the event started, they were not spawning oftenly, but now they have caught up and it's spawning more frequently. I've already caught me a shiny Alolan Rattata out of nowhere, stopping by Subway, which is pretty cool. The raid weeks, I'm still mad about Kyogre raid week because I did so many raids, didn't get a shiny. I did get a shiny Raikou yesterday. As soon as I got off of work, I don't know what you're showing. Your screen is blank. It's just a plain white screen.
I'm fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm still on the search for some of those too because I want to get me a shiny Alolan Marowak.
That's the hardest one because that's the one that you only get off of raids.
But that's why I want it.
I actually want myself a shiny Executor, and they are spawning more often, but not enough for me to find one yet. So I don't know. One of these days, I might actually go out tomorrow. I wish I had a camera because then I could do a vlog about it, but I don't yet. So too bad. But I'm probably gonna go hunting tomorrow for the shiny Executor because I want it. It's a freaking long neck golden tree. I want that golden tree.
With a dumb face on its tail.
And not just that, or along with that event, there is a catch up task thing that the professor is doing. So, which is a good way of gaining Stardust because as long as you do these tasks, they are off. Like each one gives you like 15,000. At the end, you could ultimately get almost 300,000 Stardust if you do it correctly with a star piece and lucky egg and all that good stuff, and way more XP than you could think of. And that's my main thing because I'm shooting for level 40 right now. I'm starting off at 39 right now, and I'm like 125,000 I think into it, and total XP that you could get out of this thing, I want to say, is almost like 300,000 or so, or maybe even more. So that's what I'm shooting for, and yeah, that's the event. Yeah. And I just wanted to put that out there for anyone who doesn't know, who's ever watching and does play, and who doesn't know. Now you know.
I'm not helping with that 40, am I?
No, you're not, bro. Dude, that's 200,000 XP that you're just holding back from me, man. You're just holding it hostage.
Alright, fine. After this, I'll log on, okay?
200 XP, bruh.
I just haven't touched it in a long, long time. I probably need an update.
Oh, you're gonna need a few updates.
I'll log on.
Because they finally changed up their splash screen and everything, so yeah, I mean... I don't know. I keep constant with it. I was super happy about catching shiny Raikou, which I'll probably pop up right here. I got off of work, did I want to say 6 raids. On my 7th one, finally got it, and then I went home. Which is cool because the doc says I need at least 30 minutes of cardio every day anyway, so that helped out. But yep, that is news. That's all the stuff I have. Did you want to go first on topics, or should I go first?
You can go first. I can just
all right,
steamroll out altogether.
Well, we talked a lot about superheroes and stuff like that. It is Sunday, June 30th. Tomorrow is Monday, July 1st, and coming out tomorrow is Spider-Man Far From Home. And I am super excited. And this is the weirdest thing. This is the first movie I've seen that comes out on a Monday. I don't think I've ever seen a movie that comes out on a Monday. But it's basically starting tomorrow. So you can get tickets for Monday night. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it tomorrow. Because I looked up theaters and there's no good seats. All the seats are up in front. And depending on how much I really want to see it, I might just shoot for the upfront seat. Who knows? But I got to think about that. And
get yourself a neck pillow before you do, though.
Oh no, you don't even need it, dude. The new theaters here, the Cinemarks here at Long Beach. I mean, you remember it with the recliners and everything like that. It reclines back far enough, and the built-in pillow that it already has works just fine. I think I saw Logan and I saw Endgame like that. So not too bad. Like, it's pretty good. The only thing is I just hope there's a seat in the middle up front. I like the middle better than out to either the right or the left, because then you kind of miss too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this was a heaven sent for us too, but man, I did not know how amazing 21 and over theaters were until we started going.
What, do you guys have a draft house around you guys?
Yes. Yes, we do. And it's crazy.
Basically, a restaurant slash movie theater. That's what I call it.
Yeah, dude. It had like very big recliner seats with like big leather couch pillows on it, and you can recline like all the way back and have your feet kicked up. And it has a button right there that you press, and you can order anything off the menu at any time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to say, it was kind of annoying having people walk in front of us like every.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, does it interrupt the movie at all?
Kind of. That the aisles are a little bigger from each other, but still, like after a while, the people in the beginning they like crouch down to try to get to them, but after like the third or fourth time, they're just walking across really fast, going, "Okay, what do you want now?"
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. Because the other part is too, like, I can't eat while watching a movie. Like, because then it takes away from my concentration of watching the movie. Like, even when...
and they're whole ass people eating like a full ass pizza and a steak. Like, that's not.
Yeah.
I hear you clinging. It's not like a paper bag with some popcorn in it. No, you're eating a steak while drinking a 7-Up and a beer. Yep. Right in front of me while I'm trying to watch a movie.
Yeah, because even here at home, like when I watch my own movies here, like by myself, while I'm eating, I try to eat like in the first beginning parts of the movie so I could pay attention to the rest of it.
But even so, I would deal with that instead of dealing with a bunch of crying kids.
Yeah, that's true. I hate kids, dude. That's why when when cartoons comes out that I want to see, I try to either go super early or super late, only because I don't want to deal with the kids, man, because they're annoying.
Dude, yes they are.
Dude, and here's the other part too. I remember when I went to go watch the first Deadpool movie, some dude brought his freaking kids. And one kid kept on freaking going onto his freaking iPad. And I was like, yo, get out of here. I was like,
I really hate that.
Who does that? Like, who, for one thing, is Deadpool, is rated R. Your kid should not be here anyways. And the other part is, dude, take the freaking iPad away from your kid. And other part is, why does it look like you're digging your butt?
Because of this guy is attacking my hand. He's attacking my hand, so I can't sit still.
Joey!
Look over here.
Joey! He wants to be famous.
Keep biting my hand, so I can't. I look like I'm digging into my ass.
But oh yeah, we kind of got off track though. Spider-Man: Far From Home though, awesome that is coming out tomorrow. I can't wait to see it. I'm super hyped. I've been hyped ever since the trailer. It is predicted to make they're predicting it to make $1 billion worldwide opening weekend, but it's kind of unfair because it's like a 7-day opening weekend, considering because it starts on Monday all the way to past the 4th of July. But yeah,
hey,
so
maybe that's a smart move.
It probably is a smart move, but yeah, I'm super stoked about it. And not just for that, it is also my birthday week, and I'm gonna treat myself to Spider-Man: Far From Home, and not just that, I'm also gonna treat myself to salad. Well, that too, but I'm gonna treat myself to a toy hunt, and with that toy hunt, I plan on recording that and uploading that as a video for this birthday week coming up. So look forward to that. I don't know what I'm gonna be hunting for. I'm gonna just figure out when I get out there, whatever I see, whatever looks good, whatever catches my eye, I'll get that. I'm planning on maybe hitting up like Target, GameStop, and Barnes and Nobles, 3 different places. So come along for the trip. And with that said, though, not just that too, but the reviews for Spider-Man: Far From Home has been out. The spoiler-free reviews all over the places. I hear nothing but good stuff, which makes me feel good,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't wait to see this movie because you always just want to hear the good stuff. And when you hear bad things, you're like, "Uh-oh, I don't know if I want to see this." But
Yep.
luckily, I haven't heard that yet. So yes, super hyped, super stoked.
Mm-hmm. So, staying on movies, I guess, pretty much all throughout this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run through mine pretty quick because it's not too crazy. Just a couple things here and there. So I remember two, forgot the third. If I remember the third by the end of it, I'll tell it. But so far, I forgot. Um, so to start off, though, went to go see yesterday. Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Uh, it was. I've heard a lot of people say, why is it technically considered a Beatles movie since it has nothing to do with them?
What's the song of the
Not true.
Beatles? It's the Beatles catalog.
Yeah, yeah, but I've heard a lot of people say like it's just a movie, isn't it? What does that have to do with the Beatles? Technically, it actually does have to do with some of the band members, so it is technically a Beatles movie, just like how Strawberry Fields isn't a Beatles movie, but it does have the soundtrack, so I'd still consider it a Beatles movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
but
don't
still,
know.
this
Well,
actually,
I don't know how people
this,
can say that it's not a Beatles movie. The movie revolves around the Beatles catalog. It's a Beatles movie.
and here's the thing, like, I didn't hear anybody say that for Strawberry Fields because there's nothing to do with the Beatles in there. This actually has to do with people knowing the band and forgetting them. But also, I'm not going to go too far into it because it is kind of spoilery. But there's a wink, wink cameo of somebody.
John Lennon came back from the dead.
John McCain himself. Yeah, it was just crazy. They got like I wasn't sure if it was a plastic face on an actor or if it was like CG'd face onto somebody.
Hologram.
It was a little strange. Yeah, I'm right behind him, Michael Jackson and Tupac.
Tupac. And Prince too, off to the side. I saw that.
Yeah. Purple Rain, Strawberry Fields.
But dude, you know what though? I've heard nothing but good reviews for that movie though.
No, you know what?
Which makes me kind of want to go. Which makes me want to kind of go see it. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna go see it, but
yeah, it's one of okay. I'll give you an inside view on it. It's a good movie, just like how all of those feel good movies that you just want to watch on a Sunday at home while you got nothing to do is a really good movie. You know, kind of like how you're just gonna randomly put in Role Models or something like that, or
yeah.
You know, or like I was saying, Strawberry Fields or like Hair. It's just one of those feel good movies.
You watch Hair. You watch Hair as a feel good movie. That's pretty. That's pretty heavy, bro. Hair is pretty heavy. I don't know if you call that a feel good movie, man.
It's not okay. I shouldn't have said feel good now that I'm remembering the end. But it's one of those feel good soundtrack movies, you know?
Yeah, well, a few of them, but some of those songs are pretty political and deep. I don't know.
I know they're kind of political and deep, but if you hear Aquarius coming on, you're not going to belt that.
Well, see,
come on.
Feel Good is more like this Aquarius song, but from the 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's Feel Good.
Okay, there you go. 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's like when you're going to put in a 40-Year-Old Virgin, Step Brothers, or
yeah.
Still,
there you go. There you go.
I wouldn't say it's one of those movies you would go to for a
substance,
biographical substance, or like storyline. It's a good what if movie that makes you feel good about it, but
yeah,
there were a couple plot holes that I knew they were just stepping over just to make it a little more artistic and more, French Nouveau type movie, which I kind of understood. That's why I said it'd be a little more feel good than to watch it for the story. And the songs definitely helped. It was pretty comedic. but there were a couple like plot holes. But if you're not looking straight into those, it was a pretty good movie. Nothing bad about it, really. It hit all the markers for something that you would want out of a
Yeah,
movie like that.
yeah, exactly. Because that's what I hear. I hear like the music selection is good. The recording of the actors' voices are good. And yeah, it has laughs and yeah,
Even the casting for the
it's a
people
good time for the money.
pretty spot on. And not to mention, we went super early. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. We went to a 21 and over. There were only like 5 people in the whole thing. And let me tell you, it was a really, really fun experience.
And then I heard what's the guy the redhead singer dude that's on there?
Oh, Game of Thrones, dude.
Yeah,
Ed Sheeran.
yeah, Ed Sheeran. Because people are like, oh, I don't know what's Ed Sheeran doing. I even heard that Ed Sheeran actually did a pretty good job playing his character. So
this was a great expectation from him, because at first you were thinking, hey, it's just a singer in a movie who's trying to act like, you know, the star that he is. This was actually pretty cool because they gave him a little more personality past the whole I'm a superstar kind of feeling.
Yeah,
so if you want to go see it and check it out, what I mean, it's awesome. He plays a lot more scenes than you think. Yeah, like you see him in 1 or 2. He's actually in quite a few. Like,
well,
he's definitely got his money worth. He's definitely got his money's worth.
You sold me. I'm probably gonna check it out now. Because I mean, I was already thinking about it because of all the good reviews, but I'll probably do it now for sure.
But like I said, take it with a grain of salt and just expect to have a good time. Don't expect to be like, they got that one thing wrong. The Beatles never did that. They never went there.
Well, it's a what if story. I don't think anyone would think that. Right?
Also, there was something about the whole Eleanor Rigby thing where in the song it actually wasn't based off of the gravestone that they found in the same city. But they do say that in the movie that it was off the gravestone. So it's those kind of like inconsistencies where you're just like, But honestly, if you don't look into all the little things, it's a great movie.
Right. Yo, there you guys go. Yesterday, go out there and check it out. You said you had another one? Or
yeah, I did have one. So apparently, spoofers beware that
Alex lost something. Spoofers beware. Alex lost something.
Spoofers beware. My dog lost a sock, and I'm trying to make sure he gets it back. But yeah. So if you don't know, like we were talking about before, and we talk about a lot on the show, Pokemon Go.
We're fans, or I am.
We're fans, but it also has its fair set of controversies, or as the British say, controversies.
I don't think they say that.
I've heard a couple people say controversies. And
I've never heard controversy, right, dude. You're making that up.
I have. No. No, I shit you not. I have heard that.
I don't know, man.
But
okay, go ahead though.
I'm gonna YouTube and Google this stuff, and I'm gonna mail it to you. But
well, get ready for the controversies.
I swear I've heard that. But yeah. If you know Pokemon Go, you know spoofing is its own community, its own homestay in Pokemon Go. When there's gonna be real players, there's gonna be a whole community of spoofers going, you know, we're doing the same thing. But just recently, a little history. It's super hard to spoof on Android, which is a lot of people say it has to do with the security that's going on.
There's ways to do it though.
There are ways, but you have to have like the right phone, and most of the phones aren't compatible unless you do like a downgrade or a jailbreak. But even so, some of the new phones for Samsung are even unjailbreakable. So there are a couple things going on, but the main thing people spoof on are Apple iPhones. And just recently, one of the biggest programmers and developers for the application and company Global Plus Plus is one of the developers of iSpoofer or Spoofer Plus Plus, which is one of the biggest money-making apps for spoofing on Pokemon Go. I believe it's like $20 a month, and you get to go anywhere around the world on your phone without any lag. You can actually pinpoint the percentage of shinies that you're going to get if you click on that one Pokemon. So I know there's a lot of people that do it just to constantly catch shiny after shiny after shiny. And yeah, it's created a huge dip in the whole organization of how Pokemon Go is played. Because of course, if you're going to go out and spend all week just to find one or two shinies, of course you're going to get a little discouraged when out of the blue this guy for one day comes back with like 20 shinies with perfect IVs, and all he's doing is paying like $20 a month. So what happened was the past few days, Pokemon Go and Niantic have actually sued Global Plus Plus, and with that has shut down all, if not all, but maybe a couple are left, Android and Apple, well, I think mostly just Apple spoofing applications. There's a difference between people who spoof because they're lazy and they have the money, or they spoof because, they're physically bound to a bed or have a wheelchair or inaccessible of different things. Or there's a difference.
Or just people who just want content. Because I'm not gonna lie, I watch 3 different spoofers, and it's mainly just for the content. They're both. All three of them are healthy. They all could walk. They just don't need to.
So yeah, I do see how there's some kind of pullback when it comes to this kind of thing, because automatically you would think, hey, spoofers, whatever, they're just breaking the game, screw them. But then there's also some people who do need to because they don't physically feel like it's right for them to be segregated off of a game because they are unable to travel like everybody else. But the fact that this suit is coming through is probably the beginning steps of them taking full legal action between any actual cheaters in the game, because I do know that Harry Potter Wizarding World came out too, which technically can be cheated in the same way.
Yeah,
and I mean it's a different company working with them too.
It's the same. It's the same. What do you call it? It's the same engine, dude. Because it's Niantic.
No, I
know. They're both Niantic.
Yeah. But I thought there's a new company helping pay for this new app to be played.
Oh, I'm not sure, but I know that they're both built. They're both built with the same. I don't know if you could call it an engine, because that's more like video games. I don't know what apps run off of, but I mean,
it's Portkey. Portkey Game is helping them build this, so it's off the same engine essentially. But what I was trying to say was Portkey and WB are now at risk at losing money too because of these spoofers. It's not just Niantic and Nintendo.
You know what though? Harry Potter Wizarding World Unite, I don't know if they should worry more about the spoofers or more of that their product's kind of janky.
That's the thing though. Their product's janky, so they need all the money they can get. So
that's true. I guess that's true.
It's just
But here's the other part, dude. Spoofers spend money. Like in Pokemon Go, those spoofers spend money because you have to buy those boxes for your incubators. You have to buy those boxes for your raid passes and stuff like that. They spend money, dude. So I don't know.
Man,
I don't know how they're losing money from having spoofers. I feel like they would make more money.
It's not. Well, it wasn't more the spoofers that are making them lose money. It was more Portkey was losing money because people weren't really playing the game to play the game. But the thing is, with this, it's the community that's getting a little more segregated between each other, but that's besides the point. It's more the fact that spoofers aren't the problem, it's botters that are the problem.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's people who set up programs to pretty much take advantage of a system. If it's just one person having a little harmless fun, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I don't either.
The fact,
especially like if you like look at Pokemon Go, in the beginning, the spoofers were a problem because they would hop into gyms and hold the gyms, and you wouldn't be able to make your way into a gym at all because, like, dude, the spoofers just have it locked down. But now with the rework and how things are in Pokemon Go, I feel like the spoofers don't really have an advantage at all, except for maybe finding more shinies than anybody else, because they're able to just go out there and look for it at any time they want. But other than that, but then they, who cares? Let them have their fun. Let them find their shinies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a little bit different when it was, 10 people to a gym, and it was only based on how fast and if you were there. But nowadays, with all this new reworking and all these golden raspberries, it's not that hard.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, even if you spoof your way into a gym, you'll still get knocked out, and someone else can still get in. So it's like, it's all good. But yeah, I don't see. I really don't see it as a problem. But I could see the botters being a problem, because they do because what happens, what a lot of people don't understand, and I'm pretty sure the botters know this, but what other people don't understand is when you have a bot and you have a whole bunch of bots going into a system of an app game, what it does, if all the bots are working at the same time, it bogs down the playability of the game. It starts getting glitchy. Things starts lagging. You might not even be able to sign into your account and stuff like that. Yeah, it messes up the game itself.
And honestly, with this whole thing going on right now, with the suit and all that, it's not going to stop anything. They're just going to have to look further into trying new ways of spoofing. It's not going to stop anything.
Well, what these developers don't understand is that spoofers are low level hackers, and hackers will always find a way.
They really will. And not to mention this, when it comes to, it's kind of like how I think of cars. If somebody wants your car, no amount of security in garages is going to stop them from taking that car.
Exactly.
It's if somebody's going to do it, they're going to do it. I don't think suing any company is going to give the big enough message than to being like, okay.
Well, here's the thing, though. I could see the suit because they're making money off of the spoofing technology.
Yeah, so if it's not money, then, there's really no reason. But this definitely is something, considering that they're taking possible revenue that, the company could be making.
Yeah.
But it's just, even after this whole event that was going on, which I think was the Safari Zone.
No.
Or was it? No,
it's Go
Chicago.
Fest. Yeah, it's Go Fest.
Yeah, Go Fest Chicago.
Which is another one. The next one's coming up pretty soon, which is in Dortmund. And then after that, it's the one in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Almost 50% of the people that went to Chicago were all just spoofers. And I heard almost all of them got like a shadow ban, or like that whole 30-day.
Well,
your account's locked.
Well, a few, I don't know if it was 50%, but I know that there was a good amount of spoofers who tried to, and yes, they all did get shadow banned. Which is why, if you were a hire in the spoofing community, a lot of the people who are higher in the spoofing community knew not to go. Although they did spoof around Chicago, they didn't spoof into the event. Which if you were a smart spoofer, you would know that.
Because if you think about it, if it was a smart enough plan, it could have just been like a lure to try to get more spoofers banned.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. They hold a festival or yeah, they hold a festival. So mainly for the community to have their gameplay and stuff like that. But it is a good way to catch all the spoofers.
It's kind of like a byproduct, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so after that, if you are a spoofer on Apple, good luck because everything you're using is shut down now. But if you are a spoofer on Apple, just learn to code a little more and use your GPS on your computer to change things. And if you're on Android, you already know how to jailbreak and do all your stuff. So
it's the thing is, dude, it's hard to code on Apple, man. Apple. That's why I'm anti-Apple.
I know, but if you're desperate, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. Yeah, it is really hard to.
Yeah, because they have extra security on Apple, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's like learning an extra language just to use a different platform.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, like, you have to learn their language first. You have to learn all of their coding, and once you learn all of their coding, you have to learn how to mutate their coding into a different coding, and then make your coding fit with their coding. I don't know. It's too difficult. Whereas in Android, you just make a code and the code will work.
Yeah, you make an application, give it a description of what it wants to do, and then run it. That's pretty much plain and simple.
Boom.
But, it is what it is. They got what they had coming to them, just like those Chinese hackers for PUBG. It's always gonna happen. If I've learned one thing from everything that's happened, if you're gonna hack, don't try to make money from it because that's the only reason they're going to come after you.
Yeah. As soon as they see money is being made, they will come after you.
And they won't just try to get the money that you made. They'll come for
more. Yes, they will.
They'll get what you had plus what your mama had.
Also, just to put it out there, we're not advocating hackers and we're not advocating spoofers. Nope. But we're not saying we're against them either, so
because there's an explanation for everything. Not everybody has a perfect reason for everything, so you're not gonna stop people from having those carts in stores just because only fat people use it, and then the one guy with a leg comes through and you're like, okay, now I feel bad. So just give an open mind to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I mean, I'm pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I can't really remember the third thing.
Well, then, boom, bada bing. We have come to the end of our episode. Once again, I just want to say thank you everyone who's newly subscribed. I think we're at 49. We're one away from 50, dude, and that's halfway to 100. Wow. So I'm pretty stoked on that. So let's keep this up. Everyone out there, please. Tell your friends, subscribe, get us to 100. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you want to say something?
Also, one last thing. This is kind of what I forgot. Yeah. Rest in peace, Beth Chapman, the wife of Dog the Bounty Hunter. She's actually been in and out of the hospital quite a bit.
Heard about that. Rest in peace to her.
She finally subsided to her cancer, which was a long battle, and I've been on social media a lot, and I've seen a lot about Dog getting a lot of grief out of that.
Condolences go out to the Dog's family.
Yeah, him and everybody. You may not have liked his show. You may not have liked him as a person. He may have been a bounty hunter, so you might have something against him. But he is going through his own personal loss, so don't flame the dude or bring his whole show into this.
People's out there flaming him?
Well, because I've already seen a bunch of things going out, like, he wouldn't have had this if he, stopped giving people cigarettes that he arrested and all this stuff. And it's just like, it's stupid. Just because his news got out there, he put out his news. So just let the guy live,
That sounds like a weird reason to flame somebody, but okay.
Dude. People nowadays on the internet will find any reason to flame somebody.
Yeah, it's true. It's the internet.
I saw this video of a lady just trying. If you're out of toilet papers, just do this to your paper towels. And people were like, "That's such a ghetto thing to do. That's so poor. Why not just go spend the extra $1?" Well, I'm like, you don't understand what people's situations are. So just because she was trying to help doesn't mean you have to try to pull whatever anger you can from the situation. So especially in a death like this, just live.
Yeah. So there you guys go. Rest in peace to Beth and condolences to the dog family. Also, just want to let you know, Dustin and Dart, I sent off your pop figure. It is in the mail. You should be getting it by Tuesday. I think I already messaged them and I already got a thank you from it. So yes, there's that. So as you can see, we did not skip out of sending out our prizes. And yes, once again, we are at 49, almost at 50. Get us over the hump. Get us to get us to 50. If not, get us to 100. We want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's new. Subscribe, please, and click that like button. Click the subscribe. Tell your friends and all that good stuff. And with that said, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
When we hit 50, we'll both do a Tootsie Roll on YouTube.
I'll eat a Tootsie Roll.
And I'll do the Tootsie Roll. He'll eat one, and I'll do the Tootsie Roll.
There you go. See you guys later.